Greetings and welcome. I'm Andra Carmina, your wealth breakthrough coach, helping you take your abundance to the next level. So, today we're going to talk about the new year, 2014. But before I do that, I really want to bring about some closure to this current year, to 2013. I know we're always really excited to get into the next year, have these big new resolutions that we want to accomplish, big goal setting dreams, and all these things. And then we kind of tend to flop halfway through. And so I really want to talk about, how can you start strong? And most of all, even before you start, is how do you close the chapter, right? And so it's from this premise of bringing in closure to 2013 that I'm coming to you in this video. So the idea is that we want to look at 2013 and really think about what were the key moments, right? What were those distinguishing things that happened, right? The people that have supported us. So I want you to think about, in a nutshell, what are the places, the things, and the people that have really took you to the next level, right? In terms of how were they supportive? How are these things enriching? What are the places that you really feel that you can be inspired, right? So what are the things that in 2013 really brought you forward, really supported you to take it to the next level, versus what were some of the places that didn't, some of the things that didn't, and some of the people that didn't, right? So on one side, there are things that have been enriching. There have been lessons that we have gone through. And then on the other side, there have been things that we could have done without, right? Some challenges, some things that we weren't expecting, right? Some holdbacks, etc. But those were also lessons in the process, right? And so it's really from here that I want you to kind of take 2013 for what it was, right? The good and the bad, the lessons that you learned, the enriching moments, the challenging moments, all of that, and really, come to terms with it, whatever it was, right? It's not about what you've done, it's about what you're going to do, right? It's not about where you've been, it's about where you're going. And these are kind of the things that I want to talk about. But at the same time, before we know where we're going, we have to know where we are right now. And that's why having this closure is so important. I'm a really big believer of ritual, right? I find that ritual is immensely powerful, and there's a lot of energy put behind this kind of a ritual. And so for me, what I do for every year that passes by is I take a week or two and I really jot down all of these things. Let me just grab the list quickly. And so here's some examples, right? So if we were to take 2013, so what was good about this year, right? What were the good things and what were the bad things? What are the things, places, and people that moved you forward? And what are the things, places, and people that moved you backwards, right? What kinds of relationships really enriched you? And what kinds of relationships really depleted you? Right? And how could you have supported yourself a little bit more this year? So if you're looking at it in retrospect and you're saying, if I just had that kind of support, I think that my year would have gotten a lot better, right? So if you could look back in hindsight, right, what were the things or what were the opportunities that you had where you really could have been more supported, but you weren't? And then think about how can you look for that kind of support? How can you really maximize that support strategy for the next year to come? So the first thing I would say is, one, start to jot down, how is the year in retrospect overall. Then think about all the good things that you want to keep and bring into 2014. And then think about all the not so good things that, you could do without in 2014, right? And then once you have that, take all of those things that you could do without, people, places, things that you don't need, people that are depleting, taking your energy away, draining you, negative, all that stuff, right? Write it all down so that you know what are your action steps in 2014. Let go of this, spend less time with this person, right? So right away, it's like, what you want to take from 2013 and bring it with you in 2014? And then what are the things that you don't want? And those things that you don't want, write them all down and have some kind of ritual. You can take the paper, you can throw it out into the sea, into the ocean. You could burn it. You could use a candle or a lighter or any kind of ritual that really helps you to part way with it, right? It doesn't really matter what you do, but some kind of ritual that is meaningful for you so that you really feel like, okay, I'm really letting this go. I can do without this. I don't need this for myself right now. I can do better and I'm going to take it to the next level in 2014, okay? And so think about all of these things, and this is what the video is all about. My next video is going to be about how do you set some goals for 2014 that are effective, right? Some goal setting strategies that are not as fluffy as, okay, let's make a, resolution that within a few weeks we just flop on because we don't really know how to monitor ourselves, how to keep track of ourselves, how to discipline ourselves, right? So that would be the next video. But in the meantime, what I would want to do is, if you want to share with me some of what has been good about 2013 for you, or what has not been so good that you could, just kind of let go of and not bring with you in 2014, please comment down below. Or you can go on my Facebook page and talk about it. My Facebook page is facebook.com/onbeingsuccessful. Excellent. Thank you so much for having me today, and I'll be seeing you in the next video.